Just in a hurry and just to the pudding and clear. I were here trying to fix this my shoes, my last pair that I ever had, which my mother with her credit card for the reason of I'm robbed all the time even of jobs or possibilities of. I just fixed over an extortion with Melech Gadalbas over buying some class of accessories which are not exactly for shoes or purses or any other class of implements or accessories for men and women, and suddenly 9 pesos in a leather, styling in a color as possible to match whenever they were brown. And I just used them for unsue, and suddenly were with a triple sewing, and were class of used them and walked too much. But further this, while I'm through this for about 2 weeks and 3 weeks to making this job and putting some implements directly, some forged metallic element for this class of products and making delicately an element for there just to fixing the situation and remaining a good shoe to keep on using. The clear fact is I couldn't approach to the place I could ever, for Guillermo Horacio Brennan Brodel delivers insanity and demons of demons and prostitutes. They are opportunistic witches to saying that I will make mind control and rob to them what they want to rob me, especially this class of things that they says Lord gives them. But witchcraft and degenerates they are. With the pardon of victims. The reality all through this, Policía Federal Argentina making inside of police stations and all over about this designing saying that I robbed the shoes at the door of the same store of someone that supposedly bought them, and even though at the moment that with the credit card paid of my mother never existed, and at the moment that I never paid for them but supposedly used again. The 3 versions for the 3 partition of socially, and not only socially and society, to deliver the emplacement for the degeneration they do, Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional CIDE, Metropolitana, United Evangelics and Kirchners, and Tribunales Argentina with Cuerpo Médico Forense, with the pardon of you, but even though the reality for the making worse, I will use again, and I will be a chunky, and I will be chunkized all over, and they will be frightening, they said. Frightening to my person, and not only frightening to my person, but the reality of the possibility I will be so high that I will recognize nothing and I will just shout. All through this, also the reality that supposedly the 3 versions were truth and happened in the whole of the places that Sodoma, prostitution, carnival and praying said to being with only this. 1 pair that I just stained on black, that some remaining of ink that I had for leather, while I just produced and manufactured my leather backpack so heavy, so awkwardly heavy, but I should never unsuing and retrying with another better, just designing most proper and useful for. Alright, further this. Gatla Serra Matlach went to kidnapping Amias, Jewish, Rabbi, and the whole of the industries of Amia, which are honest and not, and this is real, not stealing to nobody, and whenever they produce something, checks for the possibility they to acquire, even on rights, whatever the product they do. And this is real, and this is true, and we don't have criminals making industries and products and production at AMI Argentina, and the whole of we are. And if there is any problem, we fix it, but most of the problems is not us. So suddenly in the middle of this all went to kidnapping saying, alright, but and the backpack that wants to stealing now, and the handbag that we design, while we're all designed in Israel, and with the people that works specialized and also industrial designing titled with honors, which are working to making and foundating enterprises and making nice products. And if I will ever do come to kidnapping and killing for more, saying let's fucking kill, sorry the word, and saying steal in front of Amia, Ablesachli, and in front of the whole people, okay, go ahead, and Blechmachlachidi, put them all inside and start picking them up right here inside, because of everything is in Blechmachlachidi, we have problem. In front of the whole of the neighborhood. Capitan Joneki, which is not the name. Marcelo Daniel Urcanicia is the real name, DNI 17,705,908. Policía Federal Argentina, degenerado criminal sodomita, militar, no retirado, perro de Sodoma, and saying, we already taken the world. We are noticed that Mr. President Barack Obama, what? What did you go to do there, Ejército Argentino Marica de Sodoma, to saying that what have to be honoring the homeland of US about doing what? Marica infernal atrofiada, ¿qué es lo que carajo te atreviste a hacer? And I make instigation for the violence to you. And because of I don't come to blow chop your faggots. You call to kill whom? And you call to rape whom? Marica abominable, and making more witchcraft to me, and calling to evangelics degenerados to saying that I robbed them. What it's supposed to produce, and thought like a hive mind all over UNASUR on 1,904,000 perros like you. What I do, what we do, for Europe can kill, and saying Israel belongs to you and to prostitutas babilónicas de Sodom y Gomorra, United Evangelics. And I were not picked up. And I were not internated, and I need medication because of fight the letter for everything I do, which is real, thinking that I'm gonna win to you, and I'm gonna remember who I am, and I'm gonna do something. And if I start to manufacture a backpack, you are gonna do what? Enfermo degenerado, marica atrofiada argentina, te llegó la hora y creo que es el tiempo de terminar. El problema es que fuiste a matar y secuestrar gente por todos diciendo, se nos fue el mundo a la mierda, se nos fue el mundo a la mierda, vamos a coger a matar, a coger a matar. Anda a cogerte a vos mismo al infierno, marica reventada, prostituta de Gomorra, con el perdón de términos, que es lo que permanentemente hablas y decís. Y cosas peores, perro infeliz atrofiado. Replefech motech lejivisop letech mahalhiam, va placer https www.odridsstud.tui.tdicvrdrmcvmt 4143 DRMCVMT DXXX 4143 DPI DPO DXI Follman Dan C.com 443 for noun at Matsim.com 4 18888888616844143 DITDICBO 8 TAC.com 4 middle ORM 5 point parenthesis and recall F2 the whole last tools. This is August the 15th, 2015, still Saturday, around 1800 or 1600, 1700, around there. I just tended these shoes. I wanted to do something extra for Justice Bodies. I didn't do what I wanted to do, and I wish I'll end, but the problem is murdering and kidnapping for raping and murdering with the arguments that I will be the mobile of them, that everything will go through me with people that doesn't do a thing, but trying to live and making honest as best as possible a living time, especially Jewish. Suppressed and damaged and denigrated and delivered for the generations of these perros every time as they can. And not for have to be. Perras delirantes de Sodoma y Gomorra 666, Argentina with Kirchners and Tribunales Argentina, with the pardon of you, making staging a whole generation and saying that I the liar and I cannot be the one because of whatever the sick shit over forcing me and pretending I to be what class of a dumping shit that you're gonna be gold about taking me off. What? Perras degeneradas de Babilonia, Sodoma y Gomorra, Evangelistas Unidos, y degenerada mierda Sodoma y Gomorra, Fuerzas Armadas, Ejército Argentino, Nasur Kirchner. You said what? I wouldn't be me because of you didn't know it, you are gonna be me. Pedazo de enfermedad de legiones de mierda. Maricas infernales, perras de cuarta. Y te ofendo, pedazo de mierda, te voy a poner muerto. Y lo voy a disfrutar. Sorry for this.